Hello and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. My name is Vanessa. This is Nessa CX Beauty, and today we are going to be swatching, using, and reviewing the brand new Blood Money eyeshadow palette from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. And y'all, this is about the product and not the people behind the product. I'm quoting Nady from freaking Pop Lux because in my last video where I unboxed the mystery box, y'all kept reminding me that I am not white and I should not be purchasing from Jeffree Star Cosmetics, but I want to review it, so that's what I'm going to do. So if you are all about the negativity, you can write your negative comment down below if you want. It probably will get deleted, but I'm just going to do me and we're going to review this palette. So if you are old to the channel, you know how this goes down. If you are new to the channel, I'm going to explain it to you. So first off, we are going to swatch every single shade in this eyeshadow palette on my arm, and then we're gonna go into the eye demo. But I also wanted to include some alien comparisons because I thought that this was very, very interesting when I was swatching them out. So if you are interested in seeing that, just continue watching. Starting off with the first row, Divine Intervention, Mint Condition, Chameleon Fetish, Poison Ivy, Make It Rain, and Crocodile Tears. So that is the entire first row swatched out. Second row, Equity, Money Heist, CEO, Emerald Estate, Heavy Weighted, and Jaded. So that is the second row swatched out. Final row, Private Island, Self-Made, Tax Free, Persuasion, Secret Stash, and last but not least, Black Card Limit. And that is the entire third row swatched. Here is the entire eyeshadow palette. And now we're just gonna head into alien palette comparisons. Alright y'all, so we are gonna start with the first one that I was super shook by. We are going to swatch Secret Stash. And we're gonna compare that to Probe from the Alien palette. Tell me those are not the same exact shade. Okay. Continuing on, we're gonna take Crocodile Tears from Blood Money. And we're gonna compare that to Flying Saucer from the Alien palette. Mind blown, right? We're gonna head into Tax Free from Blood Money and compare that to Moon Rock from the Alien palette. We're gonna head into Poison Ivy from Blood Money and we're comparing that to Alien from the Alien palette. Then we're heading into CEO from Blood Money. Comparing that to UFO from Alien. Okay, so those are the shades that I thought were the most comparable in both of these eyeshadow palettes. Let me know how y'all are feeling about this down below. I think these two especially blew my mind. But now we're gonna head on to the look, but let me know if y'all want a comparison eye demo with both of these eyeshadow palettes. So the first shade we're heading into is Chameleon Fetish with my Morphe JS8 brush. And we are going to pack this all around the crease, also blowing it upwards so we don't lose the shade when we go in with other shades. It's a very light yellow, if y'all can see. It's kind of green, kind of yellow, which is why I didn't compare it to the yellow shade in Alien, but it's showing up. This shade is almost borderline a little bit too light for my skin tone. Borderline. Like if I was any darker, it probably would not show up. I don't know. Next up, we're heading into Crocodile Tears with my Morphe JS9 brush. And we are just gonna follow suit right under the Chameleon Fetish shade. Again, this does remind me of my favorite shade in the Alien eyeshadow palette, which is Flying Saucer, which is so crazy to think about. I think it might be my favorite shade in this palette too in terms of mattes. Next up, we're gonna go into Jaded and mix that in with a little bit of Persuasion with my Morphe M506. And we're just gonna deep out the outer corner with this mix of shades. Alright, so then after we have the depth that we want, we're going to cut our crease with the P. Louise Eye Base and the Olimar packing brush from their Ojitos Trio set. You're back and the creases are cut. We're going to head into Tax Free with my Anastasia Beverly Hills packing brush. And we're going to place this on the outer half of the lid. Stunning shade. And then we're going to head into Money Heist. And this is going to fill in the rest of the lid. Oh, that's so pretty. But I feel like Money Heist doesn't have much of a base pigment. And now we're just going to turn this brush around, go back into Jaded, and blend in between the shimmer and the mattes so there are no harsh lines in between them. But this is how we are looking so far. I'm going to finish up the rest of my face so we can do the lower lash line together. Back for the lower lash line. Just to let y'all know about the lip, I did put a brown lip liner and I'm using the shade Brave from Rare Beauty. This has literally been one of my favorite combos for lips and green shadow. Okay, for the lower lash line, we're going to go into Chameleon Fetish with my Morphe M506. And we are going to sweep this to the midpoint of the lower lash line. And for the outer half, we're going to head into Equity. Sweep this also to the midpoint from the outer half. For the inner corner, we're going to go into Divine Intervention. And I didn't compare this to the Alien shade because this shade is actually a kind of duochrome white greeny kind of shade, which the Alien one is just a white, sparkly, icy shimmer. So they don't compare in any way. So this is the completed look using the Blood Money eyeshadow palette. We're gonna zoom in. Alright y'all, so we're gonna start off with the pros. The component of this eyeshadow palette is so luxurious and beautiful. It is definitely a standout piece. The little buckle in the front is beautiful. It's not that hard to open. It's gorgeous. I just think it's very stunning in terms of presentation. When you open her up, of course, the shades are also stunning. And they all worked very well today. I used about a third of the eyeshadow palette in terms of the shades that I used, and they all performed beautifully, which I did expect. But the one thing I'm gonna say is I'm a little weirded out that some of the shades are reminiscent of the Alien eyeshadow palette. I really don't know. Part of me is like thinking maybe that's why they discontinued this eyeshadow palette, to make this one and not make it so, you know, obvious that some of the shades are the same. But nonetheless, I do think it is a stunning green eyeshadow palette, and some of the shades aren't even green. Like, you could definitely do a brown cool tone neutral freaking look with this and totally be fine. A lot of them are greens. I know initially everybody thought that there weren't enough greens in the eyeshadow palette, but I think that there is a sufficient amount of greens in this eyeshadow palette to qualify it as a green eyeshadow palette. So I'm definitely happy with my purchase. The only thing I'm a little bit on edge about are those 5 shades. Just saying, do what you will with that information. I do not regret my purchase at all. I definitely see myself using this eyeshadow palette, but y'all, this is not me saying go out and buy the Blood Money. It's not me saying that, because I have another video that I want to film. And look at these palettes. These are all of my eyeshadow palettes that are predominantly green, and I definitely want it to do a swatch video with all of my green shadows, just to show y'all that y'all don't need this eyeshadow palette to feel like you own a green eyeshadow palette, because I have about 12 green eyeshadow palettes. To be honest, could I have lived without this? Definitely. I have enough green in my collection to kind of like not need this. The 2 standout shades that I probably did not have in my collection already is probably Divine Intervention and then Money Heist, which was beautiful without like a backing pigment. And I did put that on my lid today so y'all can see it. Those are the only 2 shades that I feel like I don't have already in my collection. But with that being said, do I regret purchasing it? I don't think so. I think it's beautiful. I think it's stunning. I think it's a good counter piece if y'all do like makeup collection. It's very different for his brand, but also not different at the same time because of the Alien comparison. I cannot get that out of my mind. Let me know what y'all think about this eyeshadow palette, but that's all I have for y'all today. Have a great day or night wherever you are in the world, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you so much for watching this, and for those of y'all who watched this with a positive mindset, I am very, very thankful. Bye-bye.